In a world where hopium and common sense collide, starring the CryptoKeeper and BlockchainCrusader. Welcome to Debate Crypto. Question everything, trust nothing. It's your boys, Keeper and Crusader, and we've got a couple special guests in the house tonight. We got your Crypto Blood and Cryptoface. Blood, Face, how we doing, gentlemen?
Good, man.
Terrific.
Ready to rock and roll.
Doing?
Glad you guys are here. Miguelito, ¿cómo estás?
Que bolón, tiburón.
I am super excited. We've got fun tonight, guys. I think we've got about 4 people that have a similar idea as to what's going on. Unfortunately, we're all kind of thinking in the same direction, but we might have a little something interesting to kind of sprinkle on top of that. Stick around, check it out. Make sure you guys jump in to the Discord. Check out Danger Close Alpha. We've got our 10,000 piece stimulus drop happening here real soon. If you want a free NFT, get in where you fit in. We've got that going on. Make sure you jump into the Discord and then follow us on our socials, and make sure you follow Blood and Cryptoface. They are here on a Saturday night when they could be out having some fun. So we appreciate them for being here. So without further ado, let's get into it. Let me just pull up the market real quick, Miguel. And
things we do for you guys. You know, I had to
I'm
cancel a lot of plans to be here.
A lot of plans, man.
I appreciate it. I'll tell you what, this is where it's at. So Bitcoin, well, actually, let's start with the total market cap. We are at 841.47 billion with a B dollars. We're down another 5.58%. So Bitcoin at 19,000. Correct me if I'm wrong, gents. Did Bitcoin hit 17 something?
Same color t-shirt. Yep. Hey. That little Gucci man there.
Yeah. Oh boy. Yeah. So Bitcoin was down into the 17s. ETH wicked into the 8s. Man, it's just we're at 992 right now. BNB down below that 200 mark I've been talking about for a little while. Cardano down below the 50 cent. XRP at 30 cents, Solana at 31. I mean, the markets, guys, listen.
The rest of the alts aren't dumping that bad. It's just Bitcoin and ETH that are getting hammered.
Well you already know how that
problem.
goes.
Well, guess what's next?
Yeah.
Guess what?
Hold on tight, brother.
They're gonna feel it, but I mean,
they're gonna.
Majority has been ETH and Bitcoin.
Oh my God, they're gonna feel it. Get out now, ladies and gentlemen. Whoever's watching, you got an alt bag. This is financial advice. You know, we always say this is not financial advice. No, this is financial advice. Get out of your alt bag right now. Take your finger and clip it with my
I mean, those nickel coins, man, it goes from a nickel to 4 cents. That's 20% right there. Like the lower it gets, the more dangerous it is. And
it happens quick. Matt C, thank you for the super chat, dude. Says this is a legendary group right here. Let's get it. Let's have some fun tonight, guys. Smash the likes. We got a lot of people in here. Let's we got 284 people, so I'd like to see 284 likes. Can we do it?
Let's
go. So let's kick it off. So Face, I saw you earlier today. You had you were doing some live trading, which people, you know, which you're famous for. Everybody loves when you're doing your live trade. So I jumped in. I said, let me see what he's got going on over here. Can you talk to me about what you were looking at, what you were looking for, and kind of where you're at with that trade?
Yeah, sure. Let me pop up the share here. Bada bing, bada boom. Here we are. Are we on Bitcoin? Yes, we are. First thing I was looking at was actually, this can actually really go back through yesterday. On the 20-minute is kind of what I've been my center focal time frame point, and I actually made a video. It was yesterday or the day before. My time gets mixed up. I think it was yesterday, but we were basically right here on price, and our money flow came up. The RSIs were gapped, and I'm just looking at this moving average here, and just looking at simple stuff, brief history. It comes up to it or halfway to it and goes down, and the plan was to short it where it was at that moment and then set shorts up in the force field close to it. Didn't come up to the force field at 21.5, 21.6, but the rest of it played out. I made a nice little, decent little bag there, and took profit right in here, and then wanted to stream again. Man, it's been a while since I've been back in the saddle, but I was able to buy some crypto off of a buddy of mine, so I was able to put a little in there for payroll and trade and whatnot. And Yeah, man. This the daily VWAP curvature here, inward curved. So I'm liking this still kind of as a short to play out. I mean, golly, today it went down a lot today. It was at 19, it was at 20,000 today. And then the thing went down. Let me see here. What was
17 something?
It was at 20,000. Well into 20,000, what is this? 15-20%? It went down, man. That shit went down. So was having a little bit of fun, able to stream it, still looking for more. And this 12 hours looking nice with this little VWAP curvature. Not perfectly curved, but this shit's going down overall. It's been going down. Nothing's gonna stop it. It might have breaks, but even the times where you think price is supposed to go up, it goes sideways or up a tiny little bit. We had a lot of movement to the downside today, so it had a little bounce back. But typically with this pattern, I mean, you can just kind of go back in the past and find.
And that's a 20-minute chart you're looking at there, yeah.
Yeah, this is the 1 hour right now.
Okay.
But typically, this comes up to right about like where it's at now. You end up having like kind of a line like this somewhere.
Yeah.
Shit, best case. Well, but what best case scenario for bulls? Maybe it comes back up to 20. So I'm, eyeing that 20Ks maybe if you're looking for a re-entry. And yeah, man.
Yeah, 20K is going to be, in my opinion, the highest you see, because now we've broken that support, right? Previous support becomes future resistance.
Yep.
That's technically how it works. So yeah, 20K should be an area of resistance for us now. Yeah. And if you are long here, if you got balls bigger than me, I don't know how.
I don't know who got that. I don't know who got that going on, but
if you're long here, you want to take your profits right before 20,000, somewhere around there.
Yeah, what are you both ways too, for sure? Like I mean, you could be in like a macro short for sure. That's absolutely a play. But then that's also the issue is it's dangerous because the lower the price gets, the more sensitive, and there's less money being traded, and
right.
So there's
these
more
are pockets
wicks, there's more bullshit things, especially if you're trying to longs don't play out like you think like they're supposed to in a sideways or an up market. It's a little more dangerous. So yeah,
very
absolutely,
true.
You want to get in, get out, and count your blessing.
Yeah,
so
Face makes a good
we're
point.
Going to be heading down all the way till 2024. We won't see any new all-time highs until 2024. Does everybody believe that, or does you guys believe we're gonna somewhat come back? Right, this market has dropped so fast compared to the previous cycle. Do you guys think we're gonna have a comeback faster?
You think so?
Or you're gonna? I think so.
I think it's dropped slower. I feel like it's. I mean, finally, I feel like it's actually started to drop fast. But I mean, hell, just let me. Whoopsie daisy. If you take the measuring ruler, I'm resharing again, just from the 69K top measure to now, it's been 224 days, and so to me, it's felt like a slow pig. I feel like a slow pig that's
maybe Miguel's talking about the last week.
Yeah, the last week, Miguel, you're right though. The last week, it just freaking took. I said, "See ya." Just kidding. I was gonna hang out here, but
it tried hard. If you've been trading long enough, you can just literally look at the candles and see price action and get a feel for what's going on. So over that, week and a half, you saw Bitcoin struggling to stay above 20K, or 21K or something. It was just kept trying. And then it ran out of bulls to sustain it. And the floor dropped.
So Blood, you've been around for a long time in these markets. Let me ask you this. You see the market the way that it is right now. Let's take everything into account, the macro factors, the chaos we got going on in the stock market. So you take all of those factors in.
Right.
What is kind of your overall game plan right now as you look at the markets? Let's do it this way. Let's say you haven't been in for freaking 8 years or whatever the case may be. Let's say you haven't been. You're getting into crypto last couple of years. Maybe your average entry is somewhere around 30 to 40K, whatever. What's kind of your strategy right now when you look at this market right now as it sits?
Would be mostly on the sidelines. I'm still concerned. I'm actually this is the first time I'm actually concerned.
Okay.
In all the years I've been, because structurally we have some issues here. in crypto and outside of crypto. In crypto, we've got contagion running rampant. I mean, every day there's a new VC or DeFi blowing up, Luna, Celsius, BlockFi. So we've got contagion going on within the crypto market, but more concerning is actually outside the crypto markets. Federal Reserve, they're going to continue. This is why I'm concerned, because we've dropped to 20K even faster than I thought we would within the last 3 months. I didn't think we would drop this fast, but since we've dropped this fast, I'm like, well, damn, nothing fundamentally has changed. The Federal Reserve is still on target, on schedule to increase rates. I think they're going to try to get to 300 basis points by the end of the year. That's what I'm hearing.
That's 3%, folks. If you don't know how that works, that's 3%.
3%. So I'm like, we're just getting started.
Honestly, that all the Fed shit to me feels like it's not even like, it don't even matter. Like that's like the least of our damn problems with all this shit going on and all the bullshit going on.
You mean as it relates to the protocols?
The Fed does when we're sending billions, 40 billion out for bullshit. It just like, man, it is so bad. Like, and we're just getting started. It makes me sick.
Yeah, we have opened the floodgates, and the crazy thing is, and I've heard other people talk about this. Miguel and I have talked about this privately. Like, not only we've never seen Bitcoin, we've never seen the crypto markets in a full-on recession/depression. We are set up. We are set up right now for that. Like, whether you like to believe it, whether you want to believe it, you just need to face it on full frontal face, right? We got problems, and the thing is, we haven't seen that. And so Miguel had talked about before a while back, like, I can't see it going below 20 because history would tell you that it wouldn't, right? But
this time is different.
This time is different. That's the thing. Everybody told us not to say.
No, I can't. If I had a quarter for every person in the past 6 months that said this all-time swing top, swing low, never been before.
I know, man. Yep. I'm like, really? Yeah. Come on, like, I don't care what the distance is, whatever. I know in all markets, at some point, if you have to retest the previous all-time high just to make sure it's real. The market needs to do that, and I knew
to settle and say, hey, okay, that's legit. Now that's your new standard to sit at. Or whatever.
We blew through 20,000. And that was all. We were off to the races. So, but to your point, Keeper, really quickly regarding the recession and everything. Bitcoin came out 2009, right? 08 recession, 2009. We have this wonderful thing called Bitcoin. We have printed $12.3 trillion since 08. So we only know Bitcoin in a $12 trillion money printing machine. What does it look like when they pull back? What does it look like when it's a deflationary situation? Price deflationary, I mean. So is Bitcoin going to zero? No. It functions at $2, $1,000, $10,000, $100,000. It works.
Yeah.
That's not the point. We're not talking about that. I haven't lost faith in crypto or Bitcoin. What I'm concerned about is what is fair market value for cryptos? What is fair market value for Bitcoin in a recession? No one knows that. I'm just throwing that out as a kind of as a question for everyone.
Miguel, how do you feel about what Blood just asked? He said, what's a fair, and I'm not asking you to answer directly. How do you feel about that question?
Yeah. So basically, what's fair value, right? I mean, the market decides that, right? But when everybody starts talking about 14,000, and now everyone has that mindset of 14,000, just how everyone had the mindset for 100,000. When everyone decides on one number, that number usually doesn't come true and is off somehow.
I disagree with that.
It's off. It's going to be off to the. We're going to be lower than 14
to the upside.
like the real number everyone's been thinking about is 20Ks and the no one was really talking about 14 as a number until yesterday. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Yeah. Right. Yeah, no, I think 14,000 is everyone is saying that, Miguel.
By the way,
but we're gonna go to 7,000 because everyone's thinking we're going to 14,000. We're going to go to 7.
Bro, I'm gonna tell you right now. I'm gonna tell you right now. I don't have a ton because I went so heavy from the 2020 crash moving forward. Went so heavy with my business funds and all of this into crypto. Right, like I'd already been in, but I really started piling it on at that point. I don't have a ton sitting ready on the sidelines, but I'm gonna tell you this, blood. We go sub 10. And I'm gonna make my wife nervous about some decision making.
No, that's a buying opportunity of a lifetime.
10 and it goes to 5. You just took a 50% cut.
Well, but I don't even mean that, Face. I mean, I will never put my family in a position to struggle. What I'm trying to say is, I might make some interesting decisions on, hey, here's what we have capital-wise sitting here with this business, with this business, with this business. Really, I probably shouldn't be pulling from here, but I know what this is going to be long-term, and I might make some interesting decisions. Miguel, I remember you telling me when you first got into Bitcoin, bro, didn't you tell me you took like some big-ass loan or something and got in and freaking
$16,000 loan?
Yeah. And that, I mean, so I guess what I'm getting at is those numbers to me, I've been talking about it all year. Opportunity. I thought it was going to happen really fast. This feels right now, just feels like it's purely speculation. It feels to me like we're going to be a slow bleed. It feels like I got stuck in the leg and I'm going to be hobbling around, freaking bleeding out for a while. That's what it feels like right now. I thought we were going to get a huge dip from some crazy ass news. Things were going to, go wild, but then start to head back up. I don't know that I see that.
I would not be surprised. I still have a mindset that the Federal Reserve is going to have an interest rate
he's been talking about this.
An interest rate cut instead of an interest rate hike. We're hitting all these hikes, and eventually they're going to squeeze the economy too tight, and they're going to have to correct and do a cut, and that's when things are going to get a little.
But how much can it turn around? How much can it even turn around at that point? We're sitting at 7, 8, 9, 10, 12K Bitcoin. Well, we're going to go back to 16. Like, watch out. You know what I mean?
So, right. Go ahead.
But you're talking about we're just going to go back to 16. 2024 is only a year and a half away.
What is that? The halving?
Right? So that's the next Bitcoin halving.
May of 2024.
Before the Bitcoin halving occurs, you already start to see a run up happening in the market.
But the issue with that, Miguel, is if you actually look at the numbers on these halvings, they have less of an effect every time. I hate when I hear people continue to say the halving is coming, the halving. Go back and look at the history. It doesn't go. It has less of an impact every time. That's what the numbers show. I mean, I was in that narrative too. I was like, yeah, the halving, but when you actually start,
that's just from the sheer volume and market cap of the asset. It has to over time. I mean that, right?
I'm saying it has less of an impact every time.
The rainbow chart, like we didn't hit the top. I want to show you guys one thing real quick because my statement and feeling on everyone kind of looking to buy in and getting that good deal and DCA into Bitcoin. So if we measure the previous beginning of the last of this was the 20K bear market, right? You just take it from right here and you go to the bottom of when it ended. That's 812 days. And there's plenty of sideways action, even a fake out, 2 fake outs, 812 days, man. It's only been, what did we say? 220. And honestly, we got 2 years, and that's not even a guarantee. Like, things really need to shift. It's not crypto by itself, I don't think is going to save itself. There's way too much out of worldly shit going on that no matter how great crypto is, like we can develop and the good and flush out the bad companies and purify and purge as much as we want, but the Bitcoin and crypto, I can still send you money with the price of being $1,000. But and as time goes by, things take longer. If this bear market took 840 days, how long was just this drop? This drop was, I don't really know where I would measure that from, but either way, even if it takes the same. This could be a long, slow, tough bleed, man.
But that's how it was in 2014, late 14 to 16. It was 2 years of just nothing. Like there was nothing going on in crypto.
But that's the thing, right? That's key word. Nothing was going on in crypto. Barely anybody knew crypto then versus now. We're talking about institutions getting in. We're talking about hedge funds getting in. We're talking about governments getting into Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies. I think there's a lot more happening, and that is going to, like you said, right? Things are different this time. Things will change. Even if we do go into a recession of some kind. What happened when the stocks crashed in 2020? The crypto market pumped way faster than the stock market did. Why? Right. So what would stop it
because
from pumping again?
Yeah, we had massive liquidity,
massive amounts of liquidity getting pumped into the market. That's for sure.
Into the market. And what's the newest and latest asset class?
And we're not gonna ever see that again. We're just gonna get
we are
dollar forever.
Yes, no, we are, and I agree with you. When they capitulate, Miguel, and when they have to either stop raising or start cutting rates, it's going to be off to the races. But the question, we don't know.
I like what Sean says here. This is how you implement a great reset. And I would tend to agree with him that I feel like it's being set up to say, hey, listen, everything that y'all think that you don't. They're making everyone question their financial decisions.
The great crypto reset.
Well, call it the Great Crypto Reset, call it the Great Reset, call it New World Order, call it whatever you want. We got all of it going on. It's all on our plate. It's all
what is the Great Reset theory? Like after it resets, is it just everyone's way more fucking broke and everything's more expensive and we're using the Chinese yuan?
Well, I think, and I would have to look this up to probably give you a fair definition, but I think essentially what he's saying is that they are setting things up to put us in a digital, in a CBDC state where the central bank digital currencies are the way of the world. They're basically trying to back away from the the US dollar because that still gives us privacy. That's what I feel like, Face. And I don't know how you guys feel about it, but I feel like the devil in crypto, as much as I love crypto, is the lack of privacy, with the exception of obviously privacy coins and whatnot, because it does open up. Like right now, if I want to pay you,
it's no different than what we already have, though, bro.
But it is.
Use your debit card. Every electronic dollar is
no. But I'm talking about cash. I'm talking about cash. When I saw you last week, if I owed you some money,
you can't pay with anything in cash in Austin, Texas, apparently, and even at like gas stations, like more and more places,
right?
Like they.
And the thing is, bro, that's illegal. Why don't people like? They have to accept legal tender.
Legal tender.
I don't. Man, it blew my mind. I was in San Francisco like maybe 5 years ago, and I had a couple hundred in my pocket. I'm like paying for coffee. She's like, no. I'm like, what do you mean? This is legal tender. You're supposed to accept it. Oh, it's but that's the company policy.
What's scary. That's what's scary. We're getting pushed towards the, hey, you're going to play ball the way we tell you to play ball. And that's kind of part of the Great Reset. It's saying, hey, here's what the rules are. You're going to play by them because guess what? We're just going to tell you no. And unfortunately, like Miguel's talked about a lot before, people will stretch and err towards the side of convenience. Always, if it makes their life inconvenient, they don't want any part of it. So if all these stores start saying flat out, listen, I don't care if it's legal tender or not, we're not taking freaking cash, right? The police are not going to go in there freaking arrest somebody for that. And people are going to say, well, shoot, I mean, why am I holding this cash? And then it's a slow, that push towards the edge of the cliff and then pull back, push towards the edge, pull back. And then all of a sudden we're falling off the cliff and we look back. How did we get here? Well, I'll tell you how we got here. We got pushed 12 times before we finally, you know what I'm saying? That's what it feels like to me.
Talking about the Great Crypto Reset, right? I mean, I honestly do think that they're creating more, like Blood was saying about these DeFi platforms crashing and, UST crashing. This is all being done to create the most confusion that we've ever seen in the crypto space, to create the most doubt ever. And so that they can point the finger and always say, we told you it was risky. We told you that making money on these APYs outside of our government and banks is not trustworthy.
I disagree, bro. Why? I don't think
what you're telling me that they didn't tap Duquan's shoulder and say, hey, Duquan, we're about to crash your shit. Bail out now, bro.
Honestly, you know what it is? It's free markets. We say we want free markets. This is what free markets look like. This is
explain that.
They took it. They saw with Terra Luna, whoever they is, BlackRock, whoever. They saw an ability to exploit their protocol, right? Aren't you supposed to be able to do
Who's
that
they?
in the free
Who's
market?
they?
I don't
Who's
know.
they?
BlackRock and whoever.
BlackRock,
it's been,
okay,
it's
okay,
been
okay.
whatever.
They can't. You can't really
could have
say
been
they got
anybody
that from a total free market shit. Like we're like America ain't no free market no more. Yeah, that
America
shit
hasn't
died a
been
long
free
time
in a
ago.
It
long
hasn't been in a long time, but what I'm saying is this is what a free market looks like. It's dirty. It's
And
no
that's fine. And that's
regulation.
fine, right?
Well, yeah, no, they should go.
Wild
They
Wild
should.
West.
But Celsius and Luna, they deserve to go down.
Yes.
They deserve to go down, and they should let it go down, just like the insurance and all the other shit. Even though it wasn't their fault, it wasn't the insurance companies and everyone else's fault. They had to get bailed. It was the governments forcing insurance pools to take policies they couldn't afford. They said they could bail them out. Raise guy.
But okay, but hold on. So let's talk about that. So,
Okay.
but at the end of the day, what's happening there is we have the legacy financial system colliding with this new thing that is, let's call it decentralized finance, and the legacy financial system has to look at that as a threat. I think we would all agree with that, right?
Yes,
we're looking at taking the middleman out.
But
right?
we can't blame legacy finance for Celsius blowing up,
for giving 20% on Anchor Protocol, and the math doesn't freaking work. I agree with that.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. That's free market exploitation of the end user. We can't blame central banks for that. We did that.
But the question becomes, was it those huge financial players jumping in and seeing? Because listen, Miguel and I talked about this before. Should we put a bunch of our capital into Anchor Protocol? It's 20%. And one of the discussions that we specifically had privately was, man, it sounds great, but 20%, bro.
It's not even that, dude. The problem is giving up self-custody. Crypto is about self-custody.
That too.
Right? The minute you have to give up self-custody, I'm worried.
Right.
That too.
Right.
That too. But the combination of those two things, now you're giving up custody and the percentages are way out of whack. So I would look at it and say the legacy financial system says, hey, we see a flaw here, and this is our enemy. This is somebody that's trying to take over and take the reins away from us. So boom, let's slide up on in here. We know how to move these markets, because you obviously all know that they know how to move markets. Why would they not take advantage of that? Crush people. I mean, the four of us, whether you realize it's not, I'm not going to dox him, have a friend that has lost, and I'm not just saying like temporarily, I'm talking about lost millions of dollars, right? Because of what happened there. And so the question becomes, is this a greater play against the decentralized financial system? I don't know.
No, I say no.
I think it's just the dudes.
You think it's just stupidity?
Shit. Like the whole Luna thing, like
it's just stupidity.
The more I like learn about what it was, and it's just one kid running the show and all this shit. I can't believe people fucking fell for it. Same thing with Celsius. I'm like, man, what the fuck is wrong with you people?
Yeah,
people don't read the fine print, you know.
Well, not only
you don't even
that,
need to read the fine print. It's like, honestly, it's every single day more and more. For it's common sense at the end of the day has been king, man. Like, I've had a fishy feeling about Alex McCleskey and Celsius since day one I saw him and all that shit. And I'm not trying to say I told you so, but it's like, if I can see it, I'm not that smart of a guy.
Dude, all of this is made to create confusion and doubt in the crypto markets. And I bet 100% the traditional finance is going to scoop up as much Bitcoin as they possibly can, while they continue to push out the fear, and everyone in the crypto continue to shit themselves and say, well, I'm not going to buy. I'm not going to buy yet because crypto market might not ever come back. And then in a few years,
it's bringing the boat back.
They're all wrong. The market pumps back up, and then they're going to show you that it's safe now. Don't worry. We're in it. We're controlling
and
it.
Use you as exit liquidity.
And sell it back to you at super high prices. And then we're going to get dumped on again.
Yeah, man, I hope that I hope it's not over, because that would suck. But what I fall back on is not necessarily like decentralize everything and all this technology, is just the value of being able to send money fast
without the
anywhere,
middleman.
how little, how much, that can last forever. But what does the price really need to be? And I don't know if I'm really sold on the whole scarcity of a digital asset. Like, if it was really to that's one thing that I always kind of had to wrestle with and not really believe, because if Bitcoin was scarce, there would never been any forks, no Litecoin. It would be Bitcoin's the only fucking crypto out there. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, but hold on. No,
I wouldn't say that. I wouldn't go that far. But I agree with Face on that. Like, what is, and it goes back to what I said earlier, Keeper. What is fair market value for crypto? We're trying this 9 years, 10 years, or 12 years, or whatever. It's been a discovery phase, you know, of trying to figure that out. But the technology works at $1,
no matter what.
$2,
but
100,000, a million.
But there it is though.
For
how
Bitcoin,
many
I'm
people, saying. Right? It you know, people always call it a Ponzi, right? Where, you know,
it is
robbing from one place, pushing it to another, whatever the case may be. Well, the US dollar is that. So let's go ahead and get past that. Let's all a freaking Ponzi scheme. Okay, now that we all agree on that, let's move forward. Right? So you've got 21 million Bitcoin that are ever going to be created. Some of those are obviously not in circulation, or we better sure hope that Genesis wallet never shows its face, because if it does, it's going to be problems for the market there too. But let's say we've got 21 million, but you've got 7 billion people on planet Earth. So here's the idea. The crazy side of it would be, hey, Bitcoin, which I don't think this will happen, but Bitcoin becomes the world reserve currency across the world, across the just flat on its face. It is. Now you've got 21 million Bitcoin that has 100 million Satoshis in each. You do that math and you spread that out throughout all of the world. It's the same kind of idea as money. The difference is, and this is why I do believe that the prices can get so high, we can't just turn on the Bitcoin printer. Right? It works the way that it works for a reason, and it's capped for a reason. So if everyone's using it, if they're truly using it and or holding it, that price intrinsically has to go up.
Yeah, but I don't think Bitcoin's going to be the world. It's like, I have to kind of disagree on 2 points. Number one, I don't think it'll be the world currency. Number two, governments aren't going to give that power up. They'll create their own fucking token. Like, can I not clone Bitcoin today and say I have the exact same thing as fucking Bitcoin today by Cryptoface token?
Totally agree. Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, they won't never let that happen. I agree. But you know, I will go ahead, Face.
No, I was just saying, but crypto as a whole, honestly, we do need these purges. Like, we need to get the scams out and the bullshit. So we go, you know, if there's 100 coins and 90 of them are shit, you know, we need to start over again with the 10, and it's just a life and death cycle. That's all. And then go ahead.
No, I think I was gonna comment on, you know, the whole scarcity thing. Yeah, it is scarce, but again, at what price do we feel like that's sufficient? I don't know. You don't know.
I don't think it has anything to do with like we've already discussed. I don't think it has anything to do with whether it works or not.
Technology and Bitcoin is a Ponzi. Let's like most things. Think about it. It has no yield, right? I can't hold Bitcoin and just sit on it and yield something from it, right? It's
besides the price fluctations of others buying and selling and moving the price up.
I can't hold gold. I can't hold Bitcoin. Gold is a Ponzi as well. A whole bunch of stuff is a Ponzi. So like you said, let's get past that, because it is all about a greater fool theory. Like, you literally need someone, if you all about price with Bitcoin, you literally need someone to buy it at a higher price than you bought it.
Well, that's what value is.
That's how all markets and
that's how all markets work.
Now let's just throw all the markets away and let's go back to trading rocks.
Yeah.
But I mean, if you have a bond, or if you have a stock that yields a dividend, those are productive assets that you can just hold and gain something from it. But I don't know, man. This time is different in my opinion. Again,
so are you scared? So when
I'm a little concerned.
You're concerned. Okay. Concerned. When you say concerned, let's go around. I want to hear this. So, Face, I hear you kind of echoing that sentiment. When you say you're concerned, Blood, what do you mean by actually concerned? We got a lot of people in the chat that might be newer. There might be some old heads. There might be everyone in between. But you are an old head. So tell me what.
Face even said it like, I'm concerned for the entire economy. Like,
well, I'm concerned about that. I mean, everyone should be concerned about that.
So that's what I'm concerned about in general, right? And so that's a subset. The crypto world is a subset of the entire economy. So of course, it's going to be hit even harder than the regular economy. If people need money to survive, bro, I don't care what crypto you have.
Yeah,
they're going to be selling it to buy food, to buy guns, to buy whatever.
Yep.
So that's where my concern
is. Overall
in a macro concern. Okay. Right, as of us going into a recession. We're in a recession. They haven't, announced it, but going into a recession and possibly another great recession. What does it look like for crypto? What does Bitcoin look like in a great recession? You know, if
know.
Bitcoin came out in 2000,
looks real cheap to me.
Yeah, I'm just saying though, like if Bitcoin came out in 2007, right before the crash, what would it have done with the stock market? You get what I'm saying?
That's a good point. Yeah. Yeah.
The problem is like, all right, we're going to a recession. Stocks go bad, the markets go bad, all markets go bad. But is it gonna ever come back? At some point it will, right?
Yeah.
Everyone will come back.
But it's all about timing.
The problem is
a
lot of people can't afford to be patient.
The problem with that is
they can't afford to be
patient.
If you
try timing too much, you're gonna miss the market, right? No one's gonna time the bottom. Everybody wants to get in at the cheapest possible and sell at the highest possible. But the majority of people are not traders. They can't read the charts. They can't do that anyways. So if you go in with the fear of that, trying to time the market, then you're not gonna actually make it out with any profits in the market, because you're not gonna get the bottom and you're not gonna get the top. You're gonna be somewhere in the middle, breaking even and losing at both ends. So I feel like if you don't, unless you believe the world is ending and we're gonna go to a full blackout, right? Into the full blackout.
It only ends once. That's right.
So I ain't betting on that.
100%. It only takes one time, right? Unless the world is going full black.
I don't think it's ending.
Then,
no, I don't.
Then
think
you're
it's
not.
ending.
Then temporary short-term pain, whether it's a year, 2 years, 3 years, whatever it is, the markets will come back. All markets will come back, and you'll make money. And what do you do during those times? If you're not a trader, you dollar cost average. I mean, because you don't know when the bottom is. You don't know when the bounce. I think
Face thinks that's the lazy man's way of accumulating Bitcoin. Isn't that what you said, Face?
No, I don't think that's the lazy man's way at all. I tell you what, when I say I'm worried, really what it is it really sucks that I think we're probably going to have to wait a really fucking long time. I don't want to have to wait 5-6 years for us to be able to go up past 60K again. And it's like, that really blows. It's actually performing really well right now. In fact, I can show you better than I can tell you. Is gold, bro. If we go to the past 220 days, which is, when Bitcoin's dropped however much, we'll see gold is down 10% from its top.
Is this Peter Schiff speaking, or is this Cryptoface?
Go back and watch Peter Schiff's videos and all his interviews, no matter who he's debating.
Peter Face, tell me what you think. Peter Face.
A lot of sense. A lot of these crypto nerds with their thumbs up their ass.
Hey, Face, Peter's looking real.
He has because he got him. I like Peter Schiff.
I do too.
He's a smart
He gets
guy.
on my nerves with his Bitcoin is doing the zero thing, but he does know his stuff. He really does. I used to follow him a lot.
I just want to bust some balls. Yeah. Go ahead, Face. Tell me about it.
Everything everyone says, but yeah, I mean, I was looking at gold today, and I was pleasantly surprised of how it's holding up. I mean, compare gold to Netflix to anything else, man. It's holding up pretty good, So
I think the problem
thing barely moves.
I think that's what it is, though. It's a couple percent
here,
a few percent there.
Yeah, but that's what I saw a tweet today. I think it was today, like this. I guess he was like he didn't like Bitcoin, but he was like, Bitcoin, the Bitcoins, you guys can't say it's a safe haven. You can't say it's gold. You can't say. So he was just going down the line of all the narratives over the years that we have said that it would be. And
but the transfer of generational wealth is happening regardless, right? And yes, it's an emerging market. Yes, it's new. It's only been around 13, 14 years, right? And we're giving it all this shit, but look how far it's come, right? And technology is only growing faster and faster every year that goes by. So with this happening, Bitcoin, right? It's what's making the generational wealth. Gold, yeah, but it doesn't go up or down. It doesn't do anything. It just stays there. And it's cool, right? If you want your money frozen solid, just put it in an ice cube. It ain't going to go up or down. It's not going to do anything. But at least with Bitcoin, with the transfer of wealth, we are early, right? We're seeing it happen right now.
At least I can buy at 60,000 and lose 90% of my money.
At least it goes down. You know what I'm saying?
But if you didn't sell, you didn't lose.
Yeah, but But you know what?
I hear you, bro.
The crazy part of it is, and we talked about this a little bit yesterday, is that if you look at the news cycles, we always give the news so much crap because they just anymore it's just BlackRock. Hey, what's BlackRock pushing? Because they own freaking everything, right? And so you have to look at the correlation of the fact that the news, every single time the news is rubbing your back and making you feel good about Bitcoin, they're getting ready to use you as exit liquidity and dump on your ass. Like it just is. Then the opposite side of it, when they are just absolutely peddling fear, they want that shit going down. They want it to continue to move down because why? They're trying to get back in at their better prices. Miguel brought it up yesterday. Hey, listen, this was the one time Bitcoin and cryptocurrency is the one time that the retail trader beat the institutions to the punch, and now they're trying to say, hey, listen, we need to bring that back. We need to get our entry points back in. I mean, Blood, you literally you beat every freaking institution to the punch at your $80 Bitcoin. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
you were the crazy
sure.
guy that was buying this nefarious drug dealing whatever, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
weird money or whatever. But the reality is it was one of the probably the best financial decisions that anyone could ever make. Would have been
it was the best for me, but the longer the game goes, it's less of that being the case. You get what I'm saying?
Yep.
So we can't compare maybe when I got in or Face got in and say that for future people it's going to be the same output or outcome.
No time like that first time. Just like a great scam. You know, when you get on that first fucking BitConnect scam, you make the fucking money. But when the next one comes out, everyone's already in and it don't fucking work out. That's how it goes, man. And it's like, fuck, man. It's like when the cat's out of the bag, it's out of the bag. So but we just, you know, we can just go back to like the Silk Road days. There's going to be the community of people using crypto. It has its solid purpose.
Yeah.
And man, we'll be waiting, wishing, and hoping for that day it goes back up a lot again.
So let's do a little round table to finish things off. A real simple question. Miguel, Face, Blood, and I'll go. What are we thinking? Slow bleed, or are we thinking, hey, we're gonna get some actual price action?
I think things are gonna move faster than we think. I think the slow bleed is not gonna happen. I mean, slow bleed is you know, depending on your perspective, what slow is versus what fast is.
Are we going to be waiting until the 2024 next halving to get an actual real deal move to the upside? You know, past 50K
is that slow
and more.
2 years is slow for some people. 2 years could be fast for some people, right? Some people.
Well, without playing semantics, let's use that date. Are we waiting until 2024 or are we not?
Worst case scenario, you're waiting till 2024.
Okay. All right. Face.
Man, you know, it's been 800 and last bear market really until it had its true beginning of its reversal lasted 810 days. I want to show a little something just for immediate short-term satisfaction. Let me try to zoom in here. I was showing this on my stream. So this is just the Coinbase depth chart, and 48 hours ago at 6,000 we were 18,000 was right here at 6,000, right? We've gone down the buy walls have gone down $4,000 in 2 days.
Explain that. Explain that a little further. Explain that a little further.
I know I'm a little bit frazzled. Okay. So what we're looking at is a depth chart. So this is a representation of orders on the book of buying, and then these are buys, and then these are sells, right? Yeah. So way more market sells than buys. This is like a snake that's eating. So 48 hours ago at 6,000 Bitcoin.
Okay.
This number right now it's 14,000, right?
Okay.
2 days ago this number was 18,000, right? And then 2 days before that it was 20,000. And so it was basically a 48-hour future teller of where the price is going to be. So if we keep going on this path, come Monday, come Tuesday, we just might see 14,000.
You think that's where that number's coming from?
It would be Tuesday, by the way. It would be Tuesday because the markets are closed Monday. So you got to remember, this action is happening over the weekend. Typically, it doesn't. You know, it's been many years since we've seen this type of action over the weekend. Since the Wall Street pretty much took over Bitcoin.
Dude, I wasn't even thinking about that.
So you won't see
Saturday, bro.
Yeah, you won't see
like crazy right now.
Yeah, you won't see. You know, Tuesday morning comes when the futures and all that. Oh man.
Yeah, the Tuesday. I mean, it's honestly, it's bad on the weekends right now, and it's bad on the weekdays. So it could be Monday, and then everyone's gonna be wishing and hoping, or on Tuesday it's the week the institutions are coming, then wham, you know what I'm saying? Then it goes down even more, and so I don't know. Listen,
that's
you know,
what I think is
wish
gonna
the
happen.
price
I think
would keep going up forever and everything, but we're getting to that point where the rainbow charts and the sprinkles aren't lining up like everyone thought they were going to. We had a very great bull market here, and yeah, we got to sit here and eat our grapes and stare at the wall for a few years. Probably
more like eat our ramen.
You got to turn them You got to turn them laser eyes off and put those bifocals on. That's what I told everyone a couple weeks ago.
Put away the telescope, take out the microscope.
I'm telling you, Crypto Fam, you guys jump on to Crypto Blood's channel, to Cryptoface, to Debate Crypto for a couple things. First thing is education, and we want to continue to bring that. Second thing, entertainment. We hope that you guys have had a really good time tonight. We freaking appreciate each and every one of you for being here. It's Saturday night. We're chopping it up. We're talking Bitcoin. Make sure, listen, a lot of what we've talked about tonight has been around the macroeconomic factors of the world that we live in right now, and not even just the United States. And so I want to bring this back and just remind y'all, we have an NFT project called Danger Close Alpha. Jump into the Discord. It literally surrounds and is centered on exactly that. Get your family, get yourselves ready for the fact that some of this scary stuff absolutely could happen. What are you going to do for yourself and your family if not? Again, not trying to sell you fear, just saying, hey, get yourselves prepared. I hope I'm wrong. Miguel hopes he's wrong, but we want to educate people in the form of, hey, how do you prepare? We talk to you all the time in the crypto space about preparing via being in the crypto markets, preparing for the collapse of the dollar. Now let's talk about preparing for, hey, just the freaking collapse, period, or something like a natural disaster, whatever that looks like. Get yourselves ready. Jump into the Discord. We would love to have you there. Face, Blood, thank you guys for coming on, dude.
I appreciate you having me on, man.
For sure. Yeah, sure. Thanks, Face. No, as always, Crypto Fam, if nobody's told you before today, we love you. We appreciate you for being here. You could be anywhere on a Saturday night, and you are here at Debate Crypto. So we love you guys. Just remember to question everything.
Trust nothing.
And until next time, hodl.
Like it's hot.
Miguel, your hair's on fire, by the way, bro. Your hair's looking healthy as hell, bro. Putting up in there, man.